maybe in general. Like, it seems like there's like double commits and stuff. Like, I'm struggling to find like a real semblance of cohesion on this team.
Well, we'll see if something turns around for them today, and it's actually starting off wonderfully with a setup from Ignite, but that big miss from Extra gonna stall them out here at the start of game one.
Well, we'll see how things go with Monaco in the orange, Veloce in the blue, a best of 5 here in Season 9, and an attempt there from Monaco, denied on the goal line. Extra nearly found the goal. Now the follow-up, the counterattack, Casio, the shot is nicely placed, but defended well by Tigre. Ignite now stretching across towards Extra. Flame gets a stop. Now coming back down, Freaky will take it from him. A miss on the backboard. Here comes Casio for the shot and a win. That one mistake will be punished, and Veloce's up by 1.
Yeah, there was nothing else that needed to be said here. Casio wheeling around just to see if anyone comes up empty, and voila! They don't come up with the clear. It rolls right back across to him, and he's first on it. He's always ready to go. Casio had a great week last week. A solid offensive and defensive performance with Flame and Freaky, giving him a lot of opportunities to be successful, and Casio definitely going to be willing to jump on anything thrown his way this week as well.
Yep, a classic Veloce goal. Just wait for a mistake and then be in the position you need to be to punish. So they get that one away and nearly make some defensive mistakes of their own, but still just barely there enough, and that crossbar bounce giving them a little bit of wiggle room, and they'll take it. They now advance back on offense, looking to extend this lead in game 2. Ignite over 1, Extra stretches, sends it to the backboard. Freaky up, push it down to midfield. Tigre will take a shot. Flame's got a clear. Freaky picks up that corner boost and then tries to move it out of his corner, but it's not going to happen. The pressure from Monaco, good enough right now. And now Freaky and Flame working together at midfield. Ignite will make contact, and Casio now looking for the touch. Extra not able to touch it as Freaky dives over the top of him. Ignite makes a save, and Extra gets a clear away. And what was developing into a key Veloce opportunity.
Real nice job as well from Ignite to be in an awkward spot. Actually gets a decent push into the middle, and Flame's going to be in a bad spot here if Extra can get down to this, and oh, so close.
Oh, but the follow-up is finally good. Tigre puts it in, and the offense will tie it up here. Monaco gets on the board.
Nice job, Ignite. I mean, it makes the big stop on defense, takes the ball down onto the other side, gets it off the sidewall into the middle, and Extra and Tigre able to combine to get the job done, and they find a nice equalizer. So good job from Monaco to get the things going in the way they need them to, with a great goal with a lot of solid pressure.
They finally managed to sneak it under the crossbar. They've had a number of great scoring opportunities that have gone amok with poor placement. So here it finally works out, but Veloce starting to pressure into the corner. Tigre not in position to immediately make use of this, but we'll get up and get the block, and now Extra over to the side. Tigre in net. Ignite actually gets the clear, and Freaky will try to score. A nice recovery from Tigre and an excellent follow-up from Extra to block it. Ignite now looking for Extra. Now contact is made. The transition counterattack won't come through. Flame now demolished. They'll respawn on the back line. Freaky and Casio meanwhile on the front trying to make work. Flame through 2. Casio now on the backboard. Freaky set up in net. Ignite not a solid contact here, but Freaky also a little bit of a struggle. Tigre will send it to the corner. Now Flame through 1. Extra to the side. Gets it through 1 Veloce defender. Casio with the long clear. Tigre will stretch it to Ignite on the side. Now Freaky back down to the corner. Gets a second one. Looking for a third for the pass. It's across the box. Ignite's up. Finds the block on Flame. Casio pass 2. Tigre's got to make contact and does. Gets it off to the corner. Now Flame pressuring him back down into the box once more. Casio tries. Thinks about it. Extra and Ignite are enough to stave him off for now. But the ball again lofted dangerously. This time Monaco. So they'll find a transition.
And I don't know what it is, but
on the clock.
Everyone on the pitch, they just look really fluid. It's like the recoveries are all clean, the landings are being stuck. I mean, they're making decent contact with the ball in every touch. I don't know. I think I might be in for a bit more of a series than I expected. Everyone is playing really solid Rocket League at the start of this game. It's like there's nothing special going on, right? but it's just everything they do is looking calm, cool, and collected.
Well, 38 seconds left. It's a tie game. At some point, someone's going to have to do something other than just cleanly rotate. But it's a good place for both teams to start. Tigre takes a shot, and the pool save! Ignite pushes Casio into it. He possibly had it anyways, but still, a comedic moment there with 20 seconds remaining. There's a beat on one. Casio gets it back out to Flame, stretches it over the top of two. Extra with the half rotation back into the corner. Casio will get the counter touch again, and with final 10 seconds approaching, can Monaco tie it up here in regulation, or win it regulation rather? The long shot, Tigre stretches and gets the block. Extra was falling back to possibly make the goal line stop if he didn't, but Veloce still putting the pressure on. Time has expired, and we'll go to overtime in game number 1.
All right. Tigre like the idea, don't mess around at all. Just kill it, take the reset, and see what happens. And it'll favor, let's see who comes down with this. Flame will dump it off, and Tigre will give it right back. So Veloce going to get first real shot at possession here.
They try, but kind of immediately lose it. I nearly gets it under the crossbar there. Again, just couldn't quite deal with the woodwork. Casio onto the wall. Ignite doesn't make contact. Casio now advancing, flicks it across one. Freaky's there, but this touches to the corner. He could have just taken a shot, put a lot of pressure on the defense. Instead, plays it to the side. The first 35 seconds going to come and go here. Ignite getting chased from behind. Flame with a miss too, though. And Casio now demolished. Here's some presence from the Monaco boys. This is through two to an open. That's just in from Tigre. And Monaco takes game 1.
Tigre. I mean, he's just going into the scrum here in the corner. Everybody in there for Veloce trying to read the bounce, spawning, getting bumped. It's just chaos in that corner. Tigre picks a spot, goes for it, and gets the perfect bounce off of that corner. And since everyone's stuck there from Veloce, nobody back to make the save, and Tigre turns in a 600-point game with the 2 goals and the 4 saves.
And 4 shots to his name here. Monaco, you mentioned it in the middle of the series. Both teams played just very, very clean Rocket League. And oftentimes with clean Rocket League, you do need just a little bit of like some bounces to go your way, or a challenge just to fluke out in the right direction. And one thing I wrote down about Monaco when I was doing my research this week is that I think they're a slow team. They really do struggle to keep up with the pace of some of the teams that just can read faster and can just maintain their speed better. And it's when you're in a situation where you're just straight up the other team has a better car sort of thing, you know, and to go to like a racing analogy, how do you beat someone that has a better equipment or just better mechanics here? And I think honestly in Rocket League, the answer is if you are cleanly rotating, you are always where you need to be. Even a slow team can just make absolute nightmare of a game for anybody. If you're just constantly in their face and they're constantly having to push it literally through your car, it's going to be a problem. And that is how Veloce has always played. And I think Monaco is like realizing we can do that too in this situation, and just force them to create opportunities where we can finally score. And it works out in game 1.
You're absolutely right. Positioning is always king. If you are in the right spot, you're going to seem a lot faster than people think you actually are. I mean, you look at a player like, Turbo Pulsa, again, to go back to the guy who's won half of the world championships we've ever had. It's not like he's a fast player. He's just always in the right spot, so he seems like he's really fast and always in your face.
Well, game 2 starts Veloce, the clear favorite in this series. But Monaco manages to take game number 1. Now can they get a lead here? The shot, an absolutely brilliant setup, but the shot beamed, and now the counterattack on the other end. Here's a follow-up from Freaky, just sends the rocket. Tigre gets the save. The third shot from Flame is high. Casio puts it in for another attempt, and Extra makes the save, and Freaky's too far away. They'll reset for a moment. What a defensive stand, aided by a little bit of inaccuracy from Veloce. What a start to game 2.
Monaco going for the crazy goals, making the insane saves. What? Oh, and there's the bump. Oh, no. Oh, they had it.
That was the one for them. Didn't work out. And here, Freaky finally just sends it from the midfield, and the bump, the massive Omega bump onto Extra paves the way.
Casio sent him to space. Goodbye. You're not saving this one for scoring.
3:59 left to go. First minute had lots of excitement, and a goal for Veloce. They scored first in game number 1 as well. Monaco was able to tie it up and then take it to overtime. Monaco, a team that in series that have gone 4 games for them, they've always won game number 1. And I think they've lost game number 1 in their other series, in the games that went to the game 5. So we'll see if the trend continues here. They start off hot and then get figured out and cool down. It's Casio.
I mean, Ignite's going to keep going for the crazy free jump shots like that, and they start connecting. I think they can win anything.
I would love to see it. This Flame stretches after this one. Tigre gets it off to the side. Freaky. It just takes the shot outright, forces Extra to make the diving save, and Flame stayed super aggro on that backboard. And Extra will get it back down. Here's Casio across the field. Freaky will follow this. Ignite doesn't make contact, kind of forces his team into a bad situation. Now this corner, a rough spot for Monaco. Casio's up for it, but Tigre gets a stop. Extra is going to have to stretch extra long for this ball.
Nice.
And his team does manage to get onto the backboard. Flame will try to hold on to control. Muscles it through 1. Carries it over 2, out of boost, but plays it underneath and gets a bump from a teammate to force it back into that corner once more. So we're at halftime. Veloce still up by 1.
That smart play from Tigre there to go and help Extra as he was buying time in the midfield, and a good boost and eye as well. Ignite might have missed the ball, but that means there's going to be relatively few Veloce players ready to really contend with anything on the orange side of the pitch.
Here's Flame through the air. He's out of boost, but still a threat and forces 2 defenders to go for him. It's Tigre out of his goal. Solid touch. Casio was threatening. Now has to recover back. 2 defenders brought out of the play again, and the shot isn't just good.
No problem.
It's rolling on the goal line. It hits, it bounces 5 or 6 times before going back out. A perfectly equalized touch, and the ball has to go all the way in to count. Tigre, his shot from the midfield. Casio's got the save. Here's Flame. 25 boost to his name. Extra's got the stop. Casio now back into the corner once more. Veloce just continue to bring so much pressure. Casio into the corner once more. He'll look for a goalie. He doesn't find anybody. Now Ignite's got it back around.
And Monaco definitely stuck in the trap of having to repeatedly clear it into their corner and just see if they can make the subsequent challenge.
Here's Freaky. Sent high. Casio extends it down. Can he find this double tap? Broken up by the defense. No follow-up from the rest of his team. Tigre and Ignite now advancing to midfield up against Flame. He gets it off to the side. Ignite doesn't make a good touch. Flame will put it down to Casio. Now Ignite back in. Freaky through the air. Leaves it for Casio here. Baits up Tigre. And Freaky now tries to just keep this pressure on. With 40 seconds left, the 1 goal's enough as long as they can just keep it out of their backfield. It's Tigre.
Tigre. I think he was trying to go for a backboard touch there, and he ended up just getting a little too far under it, and they get it to Ignite. It comes through again, and a 27-second equalizer out to the middle, straight across. There he is. And that's actually a pretty tough shot. I mean, he's jumping at it from the opposite side of the ball, and he times it so that he gets on the outside of it and shoots it into that middle back post area.
I had no anticipation of that shot, and I honestly thought Casio was going to save it too. But no, on a further look on the replay, definitely was far away, and Monaco again equalized on the 1 goal. Can they get here? It looks like overtime is likely once more, and they made it work in game number 1. Flame out to Casio. Can he get the full court carry here? Ignite's going to try and make it hell. Extra's up for him. Back to Tigre. Freaky over the top of 2. This one should fall dead. And we'll go to overtime. 2 games in a row. It's going to be 2-1. 2 games in a row as well. Of even matched place between these 2 teams with operating on similar play styles right now.
And now it's Extra putting in the big game with 6 saves and 663 score. Dude's been an absolute brick wall in the goal line this game.
Well, it looked like maybe it was going to be a juicy opportunity for Veloce to Turns into nothing, and the free jumps again. Extra shot just barely deflected by Flame off to the side. Ignite now looking to keep this pressure on, but Cassio's got him right in the corner and gets it back to midfield. Neutral touches to the far side. Flame and Ignite both move in, and Flame will just look to boom it. Extra's touch broken up. Freaky intercepts it in the midfield, and now Cassio up against Ignite, or Tigre rather, comes back down in the corner, and Freaky misses on the wall. Extra with Ignite to work with, tries to find that pass, but it's not going to happen. Now Freaky touches it back to Flame. Only 6 boosts, but a threat anyways.
Ooh.
Tigre tries. Freaky out to Flame once more, getting crowded by Ignite, though. He'll put it over the top of him. Now Cassio wins it against 2. Freaky closes in. Tigre's got it away. And now Flame airborne first, but it's just neutral. There's Ignite. Through 1. Flame might be there. Here comes Cassio. Through 2. Into the box. Freaky wants to get the pass set up. It's so high. Flame is airborne before Ignite. It'll stay in the orange, but can they get it across the goal in a meaningful way? So far, the defense has always been in position to deal with it. And again, they turn it away. The clears come through for Monaco.
Scary ball, though. Ignite. That was a tough read. Flame goes towards that left side, and now they're starting to get a little bit divey on the goal line. We'll see if they run into each other as that one's dripped into the middle. Pass across. Freaky back post, and no chance for Monaco. They finally capitalize on the poor clear here from Ignite.
It took, I mean, honestly, there weren't many poor clears from Monaco. They played very well in the corners. But Veloce, the pass back and forth will spell a win for them. We're tied up at 1 apiece. We've got a series on our hands, Chiefs.
We absolutely do. And that was a great game for Monaco, but they had to play a ton of defense. And Veloce as well, when they were stuck on the defensive side of things, definitely starting to key in on Monaco trying to pass the ball across the box into the middle of the pitch, starting to get inside those pass lanes, steal those good crosses away and put them back onto their own defensive half. And I think that's what led Veloce to win the shot differential here in Game 2. So we'll see if Monaco comes out with a couple new tricks in Game 3.
Yeah, 6 saves from Extra is a monumentous feat there. Tigre also getting 3, so 3 savior medals across 2 players there. But Veloce are able to find the back of the net a few more times, just the 1 actually. And it was both overtimes kind of felt like similar situations, just waiting for like one small opening, able to punish it both times. And the teams have been playing very, very clean. I loved that first minute though, of just like, we got to win. Let's be super aggro. Let's go. Let's fly through there. Let's pre-jump everything. Let's try and make this work. Didn't actually turn into a goal in that situation, but I loved the attitude from Monaco.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of great crosses into the middle, and it's like, why not? You know, it's kind of like a quick attack in volleyball, right? The point is the dude jumps early, and you set it up, and then you just sort of slam it before anyone even realizes what's coming at you. And that's a decent approach to have. It's just it's such a high degree of difficulty in a game like Rocket League where it needs to be executed perfect.
Well, Game 3. We enter onto Manfield Night here, and neither side has gained an edge. They've both taken a game, tied up at 1 apiece. Freaky will look to get this game started. Ignite shuts him down in midfield, picks up the boost, but Flame's got the counter touch. Now Tigre's turn. Try and move up. He's got extra pass too, but just takes the shot on the ground straight at Freaky. It'll be easily deflected. Now Ignite. Extra looking to crowd the goalies. Flame's got the block. Tigre won't have a free shot. Has to use the wall. Gets a pass 2 with it. Freaky now out of goal. Plays away. Extra's up in time. Makes a stop. And Flame couldn't quite get his bumper all the way around. Plays it to an empty corner. And this means Monaco will have an opportunity. Tigre with a clear. We'll see some back passes from Veloce as they just try to hold on to the ball in their own half. Extra breaking up Cassio's touch. Here comes Tigre. Just sends the shot from the midfield, and Freaky is able to deflect it just fine. This is something that Veloce has actually been doing a lot this series, is when they have the opportunity to pass or shoot, they just shoot. They just force the defense to get up and make the stops, and here we're seeing Monaco do similar stuff. Ignite makes a play, and there's one stop, a second. No, Cassio doesn't do it. Monaco takes the first goal of Game 3.
Ignite jumping so hard into the middle, and it's put right on his nose, and he has time to land, make the follow-up shot, force the defense to make a weak clear, and then it's just the hard push from Monaco towards the other direction allows Tigre to be right there for the follow-up before the guy coming out of the corner can get there. And they get it right back. Freaky off the kickoff. And they equalize instantly. Pops up over the head of the iGNITE, who's following up closely in the midfield, and Tigre off in the corner trying to grab some boost. Just a little too late.
Genuinely a perfect kickoff for Flame, especially on a double cheat. Both teams are going for it. Extra to the edge now. Freaky traps under one, and just like that, we're tied back up again. Extremely even series right now. Casio thinks about it. Extra through the air. Now iGNITE back around. Extra out of the corner. Past the backboard defense, but there was no offensive positioning to help him out. Ball stayed very high the whole time. Tigre will get a demolition in goal. Freaky out of the side. Should get this one away, but extra quick turn in the midfield. Pumps it high onto the backboard once more. Freaky stayed there. He got a second touch, and now Flame to the side. Extra. Over one. iGNITE. Onto that backboard once more. Casio not going to make contact. Tigre's shot is good. It is 2-1 in favor of Monaco. The first time we've seen a team score 2 goals in regulation.
So while iGNITE was not able to make the adjustment to make the shot happen, he was able to land right in the face of Flame on the goal line and make sure he wasn't going to be able to go out there and make a great save, allowing, again, Tigre to be right behind him for the close follow-up. They find the back of the net one more time.
Monaco coming to life here in Game 3 as we're approaching halftime. They've earned themselves their first 2 leads of the series in this game. As iGNITE with an attempt, Casio plays it off the wall. Tigre looks for extra, but Flame has him covered already. Casio now back down into Freaky. He's just going to take the shot. Gets 2 defenders to bite. Casio's going to try and wrap around quickly on this, but isn't able to get in position with boost to make a follow-up attempt. Now Flame and Freaky working together into an empty backfield. iGNITE's got to crash back in quickly. Lofted high. Here's Flame versus Tigre. Neutral to the side. Casio with the pass onto the backboard. And Extra's got the touch. Now Flame once more. Backboard play, the name of the game right now for Veloce as Freaky tries to kill this. Extra will play to the wall by himself, and Casio to chase this. He'll get first touch. Drops back down into the box once more. Pinched neutrally. Can Casio wrap around? No. Extra will slit the door on him. And now Freaky back to the edge. Here's Flame with a shot to the tight corner. Tigre makes the stop. What a play. Monaco just holding on here on the goal line as the pressure continues to build from Veloce.
And they're starting to overlap each other on the defensive rotation. There's the miss, the near post, and they can't reach it. And Veloce, okay, you want to know how this sequence works for Veloce? Get the ball from the left side over to the right side, from the right side over the left side, from the left side over the right side. Repeat that ad infinitum until finally they just overlap a little too much and one guy's slightly late getting back, and Veloce have a great spread of the field and will break them down.
Constantly reversing the direction of rotation on a defense is a great way to get them to tangle up on top of each other. To become like your headphones in your pocket. Just, how did you get like this? I don't know.
They can't help it. They just get tied up.
And then the matter of time it takes to untangle them, well, man, you scored a goal. So Flame, long way down the field. Casio thinks about it, believes it for Flame. And with Veloce tying it back up, can they find the lead? Our highest scoring game of the series. Extra to the edge. Freaky sends it high. Here comes the touch from Flame, but no touch. Now Freaky back towards the goal once more, and it's in! Back again! What? Veloce score to take the lead.
Hang on a minute. How does this get in? All right, there's the block. iGNITE shading forward. Okay, he does have to dodge the demo from Flame, and that's why. That makes a lot more sense upon watching that. Because Flame actually pushes iGNITE out of the frame of the goal. That means iGNITE cannot rotate in behind that goalpost to push that ball out. So, great pressure. I thought iGNITE made a mistake, but no, it's just nice offense from Veloce.
Veloce create an opportunity again and make the most of it. A nice touch from iGNITE. We go over the top of 2. Flame with a miss, just baits iGNITE into the air, and Casio will find some security here. Now up by 2 with 23 seconds left.
Big put away goal. Flame, like you said, definitely baiting the defense. Could be playing the block, could be playing the touch. Either way, it doesn't matter. iGnite expecting to get a touch on the ball, doesn't get one, and doesn't have the time to recover. And the guy rotating into net has to go around that battle on the wall and is late.
Well, 15 seconds left. Monaco needs to score immediately, or we are going to game 4 with Veloce on match point. They play it back into the middle, a bump high. iGnite will make an attempt, but the time was expired. That's game over. Just need the ball to touch the ground, and we'll be going to Utopia here. As Monaco with an excellent effort, but I love the way that Veloce has been mixing up their offensive strategy. We talked about how they've been mostly just operating on a, if I have the ball, take the shot. If I have the ball, take the shot. And they did a little bit of that this series, but the real winning moment was the, no, let's just pass, constantly change direction every way, and kind of the conditioning of they're going to take shots, forcing Monaco to rethink things. That gives them goal number 3, and then just a blazing shot there at the end from Freaky. After conditioning them that we're going to be passing a lot, leaves it just enough open. His teammate Flame helps him pave the way. 4-2 now for Veloce.
Yeah, because the thing about that whole sequence from Veloce is this is the put-away goal here from Cassio. iGnite not able to make the follow-up, and Tigre just can't reach it in time. But the thing about that whole sequence from Veloce where it was just left side, right side, left side, right side, left side, right side. I mean, there's definitely a couple touches that put the defense in some awkward scenarios, you know, because you'll see that ball get punched from the left over to the right. And when that ball is going back in towards the middle, it forces that defense to sort of play that backboard defense, and the other guy rotating from the opposite side to play sort of that back post, so that you can kind of cover both sides of the net, right? If you get the strong shot to the back post, the guy over there can get it. And if it's anywhere into the middle to sort of that near post, the guy that's going up the wall can get that. And so it's just, it forces the defense into a certain position, and that eventually when you hit that ball towards the middle of the backboard, both people are going to jump at it. And that's when you start to get all tangled up, because people think that that's sort of in their zone of influence on defense. And Veloce are just sitting there in the midfield like, cool, they'll eventually mess up. And they did.
Well, we get into game 4 here. With Veloce on match point, Freaky puts it off the post and back out. He scored a hat trick on 5 shots in game number 3. And nearly started the scoring off early in game 4. Freaky, a player that built his reputation in RLCS as a defender, has moved into quite the powerhouse and team captain here for Veloce. So much of that happening on the offense. Tigre now out of the corner. iGnite in the midfield, looks for the pass, but iGnite gets kind of bumped off this. Now Flame with the stretch, not enough boost to reach it. Here, he leaves it for Cassio. Actually, the screen works and Cassio scores.
Extra decides, you know, I can't reach that ball. He saw Flame go up the sidewall, but he's actually slow getting back to net. I mean, he had 40-50 boost at that midfield line, and he didn't really use it to get as far back as he could have. I mean, definitely not wanting to give the space so that if they trap the ball, he can turn and challenge. But unfortunately, what that allows is him to be too close to the ball, and he can't stop the boomer of a shot straight over his head.
Yeah. No, I think he was absolutely reading Flame, and by the time he realized Flame wasn't going to be able to take the shot, he hadn't seen Cassio. And it was already over. Flame rotating back out, comes back, sneaks in, and gets a second goal for Veloce.
Yep, extra soft clear into the side. Freaky right into the middle. iGnite has no chance to go for that one. It's just, he's playing near post defense. The ball is out towards the middle of the pitch, towards the top of the box. It's way outside of his range. He just needs help, and nobody's there to go get it. And an open goal, basically.
Beautiful shot, difficult shot to hit. Flame made it look easy.
Yeah,
and the earliest lead we've seen here from Veloce, or from either team rather, in this series. Veloce has slowly but surely taken more and more control. Monaco has shown signs of life and shown glimpses of the RLCS caliber team we know that they can be, but still, they're still looking for that first win, and they're starting to run out of opportunities. They need to make the most out of this Veloce series. They still plenty of time, though, to come back into this game and get us to game 5. As Cassio off the post, Flame off the other corner. My goodness, Veloce giving them quite a bit of breathing room if they wanted to come back into this game.
It could be 4-0 by now already if every shot that Veloce had on a scoreable net has been put in, but a couple of favorable bounces for the post from the post will keep AS Monaco in this one, and I think you absolutely are right. I just feel like AS Monaco definitely starting to run out of a little bit of steam. I mean, Veloce at constant, incessant pressuring and putting them into some tough spots on defense has kind of just sapped the life out of them, and they just don't have it in them to make the big play.
Extra and Tigre trying to work this one out on defense. Now looking for the goal on the other end. Tigre gets there, but Flame manages to cover for Freaky's miss. Gets the save, and Cassio bails it out as Tigre tries to crash back in. Extra now, back into Ignite. The ball's off to the side. He needed to shoot and couldn't find the angle. Now looking for it. That's through 2. It's all up to Extra here as he pushes it to the backboard once more. Now Flame high in the air. Under 2. Extra. Just with the carry, Tigre tries to help him out. Monaco still yet to score in game number 4. It's Freaky now through the air. Does he get his second one? That's back down and dangerous, but Extra's got the clear. Everybody else from Veloce, I think they're going to start turtling up at this point. They've got a 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
They're a team that is known for rotation and really solid at just shutting down anything interesting from happening in the game. This is what they do best. This is where they thrive. Veloce's just going to try and run this clock out.
Oh, absolutely. 90 seconds left. I mean, this is when you really just say, okay. I mean, you don't have to go for those shots on goal where it's, you know, the high touch over the person's shoulder and try and jump at it and see if they miss the ball. You no longer have to take that sort of risk, and that allows Veloce to just kind of sit back and make sure that the defense at the midfield and on the goal line is secure. And that will allow a little bit more space for AS Monaco, but I'm just not sure they have the ability to crack that wall, like make a big dribble play and beat a defender or find the big demo or something.
Space has never been the way that you beat Veloce. You have to find a way to get them off the goal line. I like the trying to harass in net, looking for demos and bumps. Definitely something that could help. But with 30 seconds left, down by 2, Monaco's got to get out of their own half. They had one good moment, about 15 seconds back. They need to find some more. They've got to score probably on this drive. Here is Extra, puts it up high. Ignite looks for it. The touches are dangerous. Extra will score. And with 18 seconds left, they've got an opportunity.
Got life. Freaky caught in an awkward spot. Jumps up, tries to make the perfect read to tip that ball into the corner, but he gets on the wrong side of it and ends up just dropping it down right in front of the goal. And Veloce was like, wait, I thought that ball was going to the corner. And Extra right there to jump on it.
15 seconds left. It's do or die. You're on match point. You've got to score now. And here comes the opportunity. Is Extra with it almost there. He's got to quickly turn on this, keep the pressure on Freaky, and somehow win these challenges. Getting the corner boost will help, but still he's going to be a little bit out of position. There's through 2. 1 second, locks him up in the corner, but the kill comes through from Freaky out to the empty space. And Veloce, they will take it in 4 games.
And you're right, Wade. Every time Monaco wins game 1, they lose in 4. They lose game 1, they go to game 5. So you were right. The trend does hold up, if that was indeed the case. And Monaco, I mean, they got a lot of shots here. 4, 8, 10 to what, the 6 of Veloce. But to be honest, I think they all kind of came right towards the end when they're down by 2. Because I felt like most of that game 4 was just Veloce just, nope, you're not going this way. Nope, you're not going this way. Nope, you're not going this way. And then they just scored goals.
I think the worst thing you can do when playing against Veloce is give them an early 2+ goal lead, because then they can just turtle up, and they're like, you're in our house now. You've got to come to us, and we're happy to make that happen. You saw so many touches for them. It was just those empty corners. Just no, go back. They were just playing fetch, just like throwing the ball for you. You've got to come back and get it, and then you bring it back to them, and they throw it back to your corner again. Not how you want to play. It's definitely got to be super frustrating to play against. But Veloce, they make it happen cleanly there. Game 1, Monaco looked the strongest. It was one of the best performances we've seen from them, but not going to happen here for them today. They'll have to look forward to week 6, and that'll be happening tomorrow, folks. So we'll see how Monaco does there. Next series on the docket, Reciprocity. They were the hotness coming into the season, but they have definitely cooled down. Can they get back on the win train up against Endpoint? We'll find out after the break.